I want to share a video that I watched recently and napaisip talaga ako.
Yung presidente nga natin ngayon, incompetent. Tapos maglalagay pa tayo ng isa pang Ang daming niwala sa tanga na yan. Nakakatakot yung napakaraming Pilipino na sobrang niniwala sa kanya.
I know this is a very offensive question and alam ko maraming emotional about it. But it's really something that we should talk about. Are Filipinos really stupid? Tanga ba ang mga Pilipino kaya tayo nagkakaganito sa bansa? There are many reasons kung bakit iniisip natin sa mga kapwa natin na maraming tanga. It could be na maraming tao undereducated, maraming no read, no write, maraming taong gumagawa ng mga maling desisyon. And some people say that Filipinos are stupid because they vote for politicians they know that are corrupt. Bakit nila binoboto yung mga taong yan? Bakit nila ina-idolize? Alam na nilang may mali. Nasa harapan na nila yung ebidensya. Nakakalungkot talaga marinig yung mga bagay yan. Konting disclaimer lang, I'm not advocating to call our fellow Filipinos stupid. I'm just trying to dissect this topic na talagang naglilinger. Talagang everyone is trying to figure out kung ano bang solusyon sa problema na to. But you always have to choose kindness. Do not call people stupid out of context. Hindi mo naman alam kung ano pinagdadaanan ng tao, anong sitwasyon nila. They could have difficulties that you can never imagine. So you always have to be mindful of that. But I think what we need to talk about is what the real question is. I believe na hindi yun ang tanong. Hindi dapat natin tinatanong na tanga ba ang mga Pilipino. Instead, what we should ask is, tanga ba lahat ng Pilipino? Hindi naman siguro. I don't think na makakasurvive yung Philippines kung lahat ng Pilipino ay tanga. Kung lahat ay walang capabilities or skills. Imagine there's a lot of businesses here in the Philippines that are striving. Although life is hard, people can still get by. So I don't think that all Filipinos are stupid. Maraming Pilipino na we can honestly say are making very poor decisions in life. Isa sa mga pinakamalaking aspeto na nagpapabagsak sa Pilipinas ay ang undying culture of complacency. What do you mean by complacency? To put it into simple words, I can say that complacency amounts to, pwede na to. Okay na to sa akin. Masaya na ako sa ganitong paghihirap, sa ganitong sitwasyon, and although there are better for us, we do not strive for it. Kasi nga nakasanayan na natin na maging satisfied sa mga maliliit na bagay na nakukuha natin. A lot of Filipinos out there can do better, pero they choose not to. For countless reasons that they may have sa mga iba't ibang mga kalagayan ng tao, some you can blame them and some you cannot. Pero it has been an undying culture. Another aspect of our culture is our use of resiliency in the wrong way. Resilient nga ang mga Pilipino, matiisin. Sa mga maliliit na bagay, sa mga konting resources, kahit na konting pera, nakakasurvive ang mga Pilipino. Pero yung problema dyan is, nagiging matiisin tayo sa mga maling bagay. There are times that we have a choice not to do that. Kailangan lang natin magbago or change our ways para lang matakasan yung mga bagay na tinitiis natin. Pero we choose not to. Talagang pinipilit lang natin yung mga nakasanayan natin at magtitiis tayo ng magtitiis. We often say, bahala na. Bahala na si ganito, bahala na si ganyan. Basta ako, tuloy-tuloy lang ako. Para kang kabayo na may takip sa dalawang mata. Diretso lang ang tingin, hindi ka tumitingin ng alternative. Kahit na napakahirap na nung daan na tatahakin mo, bahala na, basta diretso lang ako. Which is a very bad mindset to have. And the last thing in our culture that is very talagang nakakalungkot is the amount of impunity that is happening with our government. Impunity is the ability of people to get away with wrongdoings. Kaya nilang gumawa ng mga mali, mga pagnanakaw, pag-uonse, and hindi sila napapalago dito. And with a lot of Filipinos, we usually say na wala na tayong magagawa diyan. Ganyan na yung sistema diyan. People are getting away with stuff like that kasi we always keep accepting what things are, which is very sad. So ngayon, probably nasa isip mo, ano bang magiging solusyon? Ano bang kailangan natin gawin? Well, if you ask me as a citizen of this country, there is really no clear answer for that. Kasi at the end of the day, hindi mo naman pwedeng puwersahin yung mga tao na magbago. Hindi mo sila pwedeng kumbinsihin agad-agad na tama ito, mali yan. Diyan na pumapasok yung sinasabi nilang cancer ng lipunan. Para siyang sakit na hindi na talaga mawala-wala. And ang pinaka-nakakalungkot diyan is, if you ask the average Filipino kung anong gusto nila sa buhay, napakasimple lang. Sasabihin lang nila, gusto lang namin ng pagkain sa araw-araw, gusto lang namin ng matinong tirahan, makapag-aral yung mga anak namin. These are very simple things. A lot of our Filipinos are really stuck right now. It's what's happening. And the disease of cancer, napakahirap niyang gamutin. But is it too late for Filipinos? You know, as long as our country is still here and the Filipinos are still able, there is always hope out there. But what I can say and what I believe is change starts at the most basic thing in a country, and that is the Filipino people. You yourself. The change starts within you. So, ano bang ibig sabihin ko nito? I call it as some sort of an awakening. Kung nagising ka sa katotohanan na para nandito ka sa sitwasyon na to, ano na bang gagawin ko? Diyan na magsa-start ang pagbabago. So let me try to explain this. Kung isang tao is na-stuck siya sa isang sitwasyon, paghihirap, it's either he takes the road na titiisin niya yun hanggang sa tumanda siya, or pipiliin niya na magbago, maghanap ng other way. And if there are more Filipinos who's choosing the way na i-improve yung sarili nila, this will lead to more awareness. You know, the country is stuck in the old ways. Yung mga culture natin nandyan pa rin. And sa the other countries na medyo kasabay natin dati, napapag-iwanan na tayo. And kung minsan nga, yung pinagtatawanan yung sitwasyon natin. Filipinos need to improve. But sadly, we have to find it in ourselves. Walang makakapagpuwersa sa ating magbago. Walang makakapagpuwersa sa atin na mag-change ng mindset natin. All we can do is change ourselves. And kung mas maraming Pilipino na magbabago, diyan na magsa-start yung shift ng culture natin. If you ask na paano ba 'to mangyayari, kasi maraming mga mahihirap na medyo undereducated nga and medyo nahihirapan sa sitwasyon nila. I don't think na basta-basta silang magche-change ng mindset kasi nga hirap na hirap nga sila sa sitwasyon nila ngayon. Well, if you ask me, I think everything starts in the middle class. Yung mga taong nandun sa may kaya, pero medyo struggling pa rin. Those people, they have more of a chance na magbago yung isip nila. These are the people na magsa-start ng change sa bansa. Kasi it's really hard talaga to make the lower income citizens change. Hindi naman natin pwedeng baguhin yung sitwasyon nila overnight. It takes time. Pero for those who are in the middle class, medyo may chance sila to better themselves. I'm sure na marami sa inyo na nakikinig sa akin. Sinasabi na, napaka-imposible ng sinasabi mo. Malabo na mangyari yan. Well, if you look at the people right now, marami nga talagang tao na na-stuck na in their old ways. So what I can say is, talagang it's up to the next generation na talaga para ma-fix yung problem na yan. Why am I saying that? Kasi iba na talaga yung nangyayari ngayon sa mga younger generation. Nagkakaroon na ng shift sa culture ng Pilipinas. Yung mga old ways, napapalitan na ng mga bagong mga teknolohiya tulad ng social media. Nagkakaroon na ng access yung maraming tao sa mga bagay na dati wala tayong kaalam-alam. And napaka-easy i-access ng mga information yan. We are also able to access information na nasa labas ng Pilipinas. Natutulog tayo sa mga magagaling na expert, sa mga successful na tao from other countries na dati talagang exclusive lang sa bansa nila. And what's also apparent in this generation is a culture of widespread communication. Talagang nag-uusap na yung mga tao like-minded, yung mga tao gusto magbago. They are trying to help other people na dati napakahirap mag-communicate sa mga ibang tao. So it's very positive, the situation right now. But as I said, it's not going to happen overnight. It will take time and it's very unstable right now. Hindi mo natin masasabi kung ano na ba mangyayari 10 years from now. Will it take 10 years? Will it take 20 years? It is still unclear sa akin. So what will the Philippines be like 10 years from now? Mas less na ba yung tanga na tao after 10 years? Will it still be the same? Well, me, I am very optimistic. Kasi nga, as I said, the culture is shifting. Mas maraming tao na nagiging aware na, nagigising na sila sa katotohanan. And with this shift of culture, in a way, nahihil na yung cancer ng lipunan bit by bit. We can see the youth being more outspoken and talagang alam na nila yung mga current events and they are aware of what's right and what's wrong. That will definitely create a huge turnaround for the country. If you ask me, okay na ba yung Pilipinas in 10 years? I don't know. What I can tell you now is, pagdating ng 10 years, you want to be on the right side. Kasi there will always be two sides. Yung mga taong tanga, and yung mga taong hindi tanga. Gusto mo ka sa hindi tanga. And yung mga tangang tao, they can always choose to shift to the other side anytime. Pero it's up to them. As I said a while ago, I'm very optimistic with the country. It will take time, pero if you're a person na nagising ka na sa katotohanan and you try to better yourself, you will be an addition to the many other Filipinos there who will be striving to be better. Kasi kung iisipin nyo, dalawa lang ang choices natin as a nation. Pwede tayong mag-atakan pababa or pwede tayong manghinaan